Hello, this is Becca from Willow Hill Designs, and I am taking part in the Roxys Journal of Stitchery project, and I thought I would share my sampler pages a little bit behind with this. I did the title page and the bunny page first, and I'm just almost finished with the sampler pages, so I thought I would share them, and also share that I made these little, kind of like a design board for me to place the pages on when I'm not working on them, so that I can store them and they don't get all wrinkled. And it's just cardboard and some batting glued to them. And it's kind of a nice way to store your pages. And then I can just put them one on top of the other. And it's just very handy. They don't get wrinkled or messed up. And I thought I'd also share that I am using a sort of a, it is actually a shoebox cover. And I just put some things in there that I need, my pin cushions and my, sorry about that, a little box where I keep some extra threads for doing the invisible stitches. Keeps that handy. And I keep some of the colors of the embroidery floss that I'm using in the page that I'm working on. And some Valdani thread here, some needle threaders, and my Frixion pen, which I like to sometimes make some marks on the page to let me know where I'd like to place things, and some needle threaders in here. And this is a little jar, that a little kind of a bowl that I made in, I think it was kindergarten or first grade for my mom. I have another one for my dad, and I've been using it just for the little extra threads that I don't use all of it, and I just pop them in there, and if I need others, I just reach in here, and others of the same color, I reach in here and take them out. But this little box has proved handy, and then I just store my boards right in the box, and when I'm ready to stitch at night, if I'm stitching at night, I just go grab my little box cover and my boards and go sit down and stitch. Sorry for bumping that. But so I thought I would show you what I've done here on my first page. And I just put little labels here of the stitches: running, back stitch, lazy daisy, stem, cross stitch, seed stitch, chain, French knot, split stitch, and straight stitch, and at the very bottom is fly stitch. And I just tried to make it a little bit different, doing boxes rather than doing lines of stitching, and just try to do something a little bit interesting with each of the stitches. Like the stem, I did leaves, and for the lazy daisy, I did sort of a cone flower up here, and French knots, sort of a little pattern to them. And the cross stitches, some were pluses, some were X's, and just mixing some colors in the seed stitch, and kind of like a shell design, snail shell design here with the split stitch, and then just added some straight stitches for something interesting. And then at the very bottom with the fly, I just tried to make it look like a vine and put some little tiny pale pink French knots on them, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And I had done the grid work prior to doing any of the stitches. I just drew all this out, the grid, and did a back stitch to outline the whole thing so that each stitch would be delineated, separated. And then I just added some vines in here in the grid, just to kind of give it a little bit of something interesting rather than just straight rows of stitching. My take on that. And these are the second 10 stitches. I'm still working on this one. I haven't even put any labels in here yet. This is the weaving stitch, and this is the colonial knot, and this was a wrapped straight and bullion knots, which I just made sort of into a little plant or a little flower. They were challenging for me. I've never done a bullion before, so they were a little bit challenging. I'm starting to get the hang of it. And satin stitch, I just outlined the hearts with a back stitch and then did the satin stitch on them. And this is the pistol stitch. And let's see, over here, this is couching. And that was easy enough. I just took a piece of yarn from the bottom, came up from the bottom, and then just laid it down in sort of a coil shape to sort of mirror the other page. So when they're together in the book, they kind of complement each other. And this is blanket stitch. So I just did sort of flowers, and then I did a little straight stitch all the way around the edge of the flowers, and then ran a thread through the straight stitch, making a knot each time, going through it, back around, through it, back around. And it gave sort of a little, like almost a picot around the flowers, and did a little stem stitch on those. And the turkey work, the last one here in this box of 9, this is a little branch, and it's going to be a woolly bear caterpillar on it. So I'm doing the turkey work right now. That'll be the rust-colored midsection, and then I'll do the blackish brown on each end. So that'll be a little woolly bear caterpillar for the turkey work. And then the last one down at the bottom, I think that was herringbone. Yes, that'll be a herringbone stitch there. And that'll be my last stitch. So all I have to do is label each of the boxes what they are, and my sampler pages will be done. So that'll be wonderful. And they will look like this in the book. So I think that'll be pretty. Let's see, where's my book here? Let's see, here is my book. And the bunny page is on the front, and the bunny page is on the back. And I will place these. These will be on the inside of the book. So they will look like that in the book. So it's actually starting to take shape. This is exciting. And my next video, I will show a little bit of my progress on the neutrals and flower block. I know we're, or book page. I know we're almost ready for the next one. I haven't even started to stitch down my flower page yet with the flowers, but that'll be next. But thank you for watching, and I'm very new at this. This is only my second video for YouTube, so I apologize for any amateur videography here. But I'm enjoying this, and thanks to Sarah and Rachel and their mom for this wonderful project. I'm really enjoying it this winter. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.